You are so welcome to the first mystery spread of 2022. I can't believe I'm saying 2022. And I just feel the energy this year is so different. And with that, I decided I would do a very different mystery spread for the week ahead. And so, firstly, I just want you to look at bundles here, 1, 2 and 3, and what I'm going to do is pick a fairy stone while I'm doing the readings for 1, 2 and 3 as well. So choose which one you're drawn towards, and I'm using my gorgeous practical magic deck today, and believe in your own magic deck, as I thought we could all do with something magical to kick off 2022. So take a moment, feel where you're drawn. Sometimes you might want to pick 2 bundles, that's perfectly okay, but trust your intuition. The timestamps will be appearing for 1, 2 and 3, and feel free to select which you'd like to choose. We're beginning with the first option, and let's have a look and turn it over. So in the practical magic deck we have the gorgeous black kitten, and the black kitten is very much about the inner child, and the inner child in you is very much about playfulness, adventure, optimism, and seeing the eyes of a child, seeing through the eyes of a child. And I feel this card is really important as we have lost a lot of that optimism. A few years of the pandemic, it's really knocked it out of us. And this card is a reminder to do something fun, something for the sake of fun, or connect with somebody you knew as a child that brings out that sense of adventure, and also try something new out as well. When you look at kittens playing, they have a sense of wild abandonment about them, and they couldn't care less who is looking. They're so immersed in their own little world, and this is just a sign to make sure you have time to make fun, creativity and mischief in your life. And the second card is take yourself out on a date, the homeward card. You can see as you look at this card, she is standing at the door of her house, and there's a lot of symbology in this card. She's gazing out, and you can see the woods symbolizing what she's come through, but the path has been cleared as everything she's encountered. The bird of freedom is with her, and there's a wish or a dream as she looks quite longingly. She has many gifts surrounding her, and this card reminds me of the Empress Tarot card, the matriarch. There could be a fertility journey around you here, or you were dreaming of manifesting. And I'm quite drawn to the number 42 on this card quite a lot. So there could be a birthday coming up here, but in numerology that's all about the 6s, so the 4 and 2. So coming to the end of a journey, you're nearly there, taking a break before the end is in sight. And what does home mean to you? It doesn't have to be a place, it can be a feeling, or indeed you could be in the middle of a decision about a house. So all fascinating, very much about being happy in your home, even taking some decisions around the home that are quite playful. It could be decor, something you're hanging up, fun photos, pictures, but something that definitely feels more about your creativity this month. I feel that's really important. And let's have a look and see what the fairy stones say for you today. I have just zoomed you in for the fairy stones. And the fairy stone I've picked for you today is the scales. And when you're looking at the scales, it is all about balance in your life. So this year may be a massive year for you, making changes to balance your mental, physical and spiritual health. It represents all equality and you really finding and striving for positive change. The fact that we have 3 2s in 2022 with a 0 amplifier clarifying it, really means that we will be striving for very strong values this year, and we're not just going to be happy settling for anything. So picking this fairy stone today really means there will be a lot of focus around you and discipline this year. And yes, there are necessary changes and some tough calls to be made, but this year could be your most productive year yet. Have a good one. Let's have a look at option number 2. So in our practical magic, we have the Death Watch Beetle and we have the Tower Unplug and Relax. Everything about these two cards is quite interesting. They're actually mirroring each other. So this is all about feeling frozen or stuck or trapped, but it's interesting because it depends on what way you're looking at it. So this could all be about changing your perspective. As you can see by the Death Watch Beetle, the individual is paralyzed by fear. So they're terrified of making a wrong decision or a wrong mistake. And so they've almost entered into a phase of analysis paralysis here, and better not do anything. But that's all about your comfort zone, and you'll be safe where you are, but nothing good will ever change. However, when we look at the other card here, this is all about being still, but also she doesn't seem too particularly bothered. This is very much about taking a break, detaching, looking at something from a completely different angle, being gentle with yourself as you're going through this process. So fear and suffering and anxiety, you won't be able to sleep or eat, yet you see on this perspective, she knows there's nothing she can do right now, so she's going to do some yoga. She's going to take a break. She's going to connect with her crystals. She's going to do some yoga, and she's going to detach lovingly from the situation. So if you've picked option 2 today, this is about perhaps you're stuck in analysis paralysis, you're procrastinating, you could be really right now feeling it very hard to sort through things or make decisions. Take this as your sign today that just this week, take it easy, take things as they come, do the bare minimum, and walk away from a problem that's bugging you. Come back to it next week, do something else instead. If it's something about your home or house, do one small task a day. But this is telling you to actually walk away, get out for a walk, clear your head. Perspective will find you, but you need to cut ties or attachments to it, as you are allowing fear to rule the roost. Now let's pick a fairy stone for you. And the fairy stone today is the gorgeous House and Home fairy stone, and this is all about looking after your home, your house, even that gorgeous body of yours, which is the home of the soul. It can mean doing a majorly blitz or clear out here around you, and that you are seriously considering some options when it comes to a home or house. This can be simple things like clearing, redecorating, or in the larger frame of mind, it could be about selling, purchasing a house. I will say though, there's a delay around this. You have delay cards here, and so this is about taking a time, taking a step back and knowing that everything will work out in divine timing. But for this week, just do small things. As they say, make the bed, fetch the water, just gentle tasks, nothing big, as all these small little things will lead up to big changes down the road. But just a lovely week to focus on the home and matters of the heart. Have a good one. This is option 3, so let's take a look and see what you chose. So we have clear quartz, which I love for clearing, and this beautiful card called the Lighthouse. Don't doubt your worth. And in the picture, I am always enough. That's a really beautiful affirmation for today, that you are always enough. And again, clear quartz is all about clearing. So option 3 here is about looking after your body and perhaps doing a detox energy cleanse, breaking out your sage, Palo Santo, whatever it is that you use to cleanse your space with. And it's also about getting interested in new projects again. Clear quartz is a clearing crystal. It's about cleansing sacred space, but also clear quartz cleanses the way for new opportunities. And so you may have had your confidence knocked in 2021 and be doubting how amazing you are. You might have talked yourself out of doing something in your head and allowed procrastination to creep in. And this is a reminder today that you are enough, that you can do this if you set your mind to it. And again, according as you're trusting your intuition, Spirit will send people your way who may be helpful. Sometimes you have to ask for help, but spot the signs when you see them. We get in our heads too much about, was that a sign? Is that a sign? Should I do something about it? You can make sure that this is a sign today that it's time to get moving. It's time to start making plans, make those contacts, and know that this year could be fantastic for you if you just get up and do it. Don't worry about motivation, etc. I find sometimes when we get in our heads about feeling motivated, it actually makes us feel even worse. Sometimes the very act of getting up off the sofa, bringing those cups into the kitchen, bringing one small thing from downstairs and upstairs begins to get the engine in gear. And I do feel here for you, it's time, and it's time to start, whether it be a creative project you wanted to do, to clean out that clutter, to go and donate, or it could be a bigger thing like leave that job or stagnant relationship. It's time. Carry some clear quartz on you, as it is Archangel Michael's crystal and a great one for clearing the energy. Now let's see what your fairy stones have to say today. Oh wow, so we have the Yacht Fairy Stone, and this is all about taking a trip. Let's zoom you in. The Yacht Fairy Stone is all about a voyage, taking a trip, adventure, etc. It is a gorgeous fairy stone of opportunity. It means this year you may be booking a holiday, you may be traveling, thinking of traveling, of course, when it's safe to do so, but there could be a lot of movement in your cards this year, which I feel will bring welcome, change and refreshment for you. But one of you will be booking a bucket list holiday, one you've always wanted to go on, and someone else I feel is just taking a trip to a place they absolutely love. Also, I just get a feeling of someone attending like a wedding celebration, hen party that's actually focused in abroad or away from home, which feels really lovely. The other aspect of this fairy stone is about the internal journey. So you could be on a spiritual journey right now, and this would mirror the other cards in terms of you reading up on your spirituality, researching who you are. Indeed, you could even be looking into the likes of an ADHD diagnosis, etc., and doing as much as you can to educate yourself on either symptoms or a diagnosis, which in itself is a spiritual and physical journey. Know that your angels surround you on this journey, and you will find helpful people and proper factual information that will support you. Have a really good week. My fairy stones are available to purchase via my website www.fionafairy.ie via the link Fairy Stones.